me. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's not my right to have to give you a tip. You're still getting paid at the end of the day. Hey, what's your name? All right, thank you. Very rude. It's been a long time without you. Sure has. It's been about, what, 3 or 4 weeks now since my last video. Since my last confession, you know, that sort of thing. So it feels like confession. But, anyway. Hi everyone, it's me, Dana, Dana's Antiquities. Welcome on back. Welcome aboard. So this is a very special video, if you haven't noticed already. So instead of the typical little intro, with the paper shifting back and forth like the record on the turntable, with the name of my channel on it, plastered on it, I have a different video. And it's only for this video. I won't be doing this again. But for this video in particular, I felt that it was right. So, before we start out with all of this, let me explain my situation here. And not with that video yet, but the intro video. But, so, if you can recall from my last video that I've done about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was going to do YouTube live on the boardwalk and all that. But I couldn't figure it out, either because I don't have enough subscribers to do so, or that said something about a timer that once that time was up, I'd be allowed to access it. I didn't understand it all or how to work it. I tried at least 2 times, and I got bored of looking into it, of what the problem was, so I just cold turkeyed it. But I do have a lot of footage, and I can't say that I edit videos. I kind of just merge a bunch of videos in together to make one big video. Kind of like a charm bracelet. You know, all the videos are a bunch of different charms, and then once I merge it all together, it's like wrapping them around the bracelet itself. And that's my video. That's my way of looking at it, at least. So you're probably wondering, what the heck kind of intro is that, with me storming into the dough roller and confronting this so-called waitress named Mel? Well, here's a little bit of history with me in the dough roller at the beach. So this is the, I don't remember the address, but I can give you landmarks. So this is the first dough roller at the beginning of the door walk. Speak for the like of me. This is the dough roller at the beginning of the boardwalk. Right across from the dumpster ice cream, right before the haunted house ride. You know, the one that goes da 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 da. You know, with that ear-drowning, ear-piercing melody going on. Would that be considered a melody? I don't know, but just always constantly playing. That's all I know. And then right after the before the Ripley's Believe It or Not, haunted house ride is before. The roller is before the Ripley's. And then the rides are right down below there. You know, you have all the seatings with the umbrellas. You sit outside the dough roller and eat. And all the rides are down below. But anyway, so I've been going to the dough roller for many, many years. Always enjoyed their food. Always enjoyed their friendly staff. Just like the environment in general. I like all the old things that they have hanging around the restaurant, you know. And it's the only one I've ever gone to. I haven't gone to any of the other dough rollers down the boardwalk or off the boardwalk for that matter. Just that one in particular. That's the only one I've been going to for this long. And one of the reasons I like going to the dough roller, I mean, you could call me cheap all you want, but everybody knows it that whether it's the beach or any other very touristy place, they'll upcharge you a lot of money. It's very expensive to go on vacation, even without the price gouges, or without even the prices all going up for the last 2 or 3 years. It's just very expensive. You could get the most smallest, dinkiest, made in Taiwan, plasticsy little thing, toy, or souvenir, and they'll charge you like $10 or $20 for it just because they can, when it only probably costed no more than a penny to make. And they probably bought it in bulk. But hey, you're there. You're living in the moment. So of course you're going to buy it. And believe it or not, a lot of these souvenirs that you buy at the beach are actually kind of hard to find online. Unless you're a merchant, then you could buy them. And you'd probably end up buying it in bulk. And then you'd be stuck with a whole box of like plastic crabs or something. So, unless you're running a carnival or something, I guess it's good. But if you're just an average regular mill person like myself, then you just want one, right? I guess it's worth paying the 10 or $20 for it. But anyway, I had these refillable cups for like the last 4 years for the dough roller. You could either pay, was it $3 or $4.50 for a cup of soda, or with the refillable cups, you can you can end up paying you only end up paying like $1.50, which I don't think is bad. The only downfall is they get very agitated when you go into the restaurant with those cups, and they'll actually try to deny you from using those cups and have you insist on you using, getting just your drink in a regular cup that comes with your meal. So what we'll usually do is order our drinks on the outside of the restaurant, with the slide windows, and then we'll walk in with the refillable cups and then get our meal. So the very first thing I was greeted with when entering the restaurant was that they were only accepting cash, because apparently their card readers were down. It's a good thing I carry cash and not just cards, because something like that could happen, and it did. Or some places might only accept cash. And also, if it's something that's under $10, they might try and upcharge you a certain percentage on your credit card, because it's such a small amount, so you'd rather pay in cash so you don't have to pay that silly little fee. So there's a lot of reasons to have cash. Boy, I like to just talk everyone's ear off, don't I? I'm just trying to explain my story here, or explain that whole little video I have as the intro there. So, oh yeah, and we went to the beach, just me and Janie this time, not my mom, on the 27th of August, which was a Sunday, and then we left Thursday. We were supposed to leave Friday, but we ended up just leaving Thursday instead. But anyway, it was around 6:30. Got seated by our waitress Mel, and everything seemed to be going pretty good so far. We ordered the large fries and large pizza. Half was just plain, half was pepperoni. And I never had their pizza before, but boy did it look good. Smelled good too, of course. The fries, as always, were very phenomenal. You only pay like $3 and you get this large container of fries. Kind of when chintzy. It used to be a circular plastic container with a resealable lid. Almost like what you would get the popcorn and saltwater taffy and stuff in. But I guess the cardboard was good too, because, I don't know, it seemed like we got a lot more in it this time. And then with the pizza, it was not so good. It was extremely greasy. So greasy that it was running all over my hands and down my arms. And it was very doughy. Almost like I was biting into a rubber frisbee or something like that. And it was so bad that we didn't eat all of it. And now you could say, and I know you could say, you're going to say that I should have said something, but I didn't, because things, I don't know, Things seem to be going well. I could feed the seagulls, the flying rats. And I know I'm not going to spend an arm and a leg just to feed the seagulls. And I know you're not supposed to feed the seagulls all that kind of stuff because they say the more you feed them, they'll be going to the bathroom like everywhere, and supposed to be feeding them stuff like Cheerios and stuff because it's healthier for them. But regardless if you do it or not, they're still going to go to the bathroom all over the place. They're still going to find a means of getting that greasy, heart-stopping, cholesterol-clogging food. Or someone else is going to do the same that you were going to do, regardless. I mean, ironically enough, outside that same dough roller was a trash can. There was one of those big, massive old seagulls, white seagulls, in the trash, kicking it all out, getting to the food. To get to the food, he was scavenging, scavenging some of that food, some of those good eats. And so I'm like, I'll just take this back to the motel, break it up, and feed it to him later. But anyway, so our meal came to $26.95. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. But before that, so our waitress, Mel, and I'm going to keep saying her name, by the way, Mel, because that's who's in the video. I don't give a darn. And I have a feeling she may or may not be fired. I don't know at this point. But, or let go. But, she seemed to be a lot more friendly and easygoing with a lot more of the customers versus me and Jamie. And I'd say we're pretty cool, we're chill, we're laid back people. I never gave her a hard time. Very polite, very patient. So patient, in fact, that she took her good old time coming back to us so we could pay for a meal and leave. So I got up at that point. I went up to the register to pay, the front desk where, you wait to be seated. And then they told me to sit back down and that they would have the waitress come to us, would have Mel come back to us to pay for our check and then to leave. I sat back down. That still took a little longer than it should have. And then finally, she came out from hiding. And, I was ready to pay for my bill. I gave her $30. And she had a little fanny pack on with the zipper. She keeps all her money, keeps all the money, the change, and all that. So I gave her $30 for $26.95. And, she didn't give me my change back. She just stuffed it all in there, stuffed it all up in that little fanny pack of hers, zippered it up, and was about to walk away. And I said, excuse me, can I have my change back? I didn't get my change. She looked at me. She went, and without even saying anything, she went, and she opened up her little fanny pack, took out my change, and then she slammed it down on the table like a complete jerk. And at that point, I didn't say a word. I opened up my wallet, put my money in the wallet, tucked that bad boy back up into my pants, picked up our leftovers for takeout, our doggy bags, and as I was walking out alongside her, because she went over to another table after I had to pick up some things from like the last people, some plates and stuff, and to take them to the kitchen. And as she briefly walked past me, she said under her breath to the point where I could hear it, like, so she can add insult to injury, so she could, just cut into me just a little bit more, like jab into me and stuff. And she's like, gee, thanks. Even though she was the one about to keep my money on me. And here's what I don't get either. Even though they said they were only accepting cash because their card readers were down, she brought the card reader over to me to show me what I owed and stuff like that. I don't know why she didn't even bother to give me a paper receipt, but she did storm away afterwards, so she wasn't going to do that. But, draw over a card reader, show me what I owed, and then she's like, she gave me the option. She said, you could try and use your card, but it may or may not work. But to make it easy, I decided to pay in cash. And then she took it upon herself to keep all my money on me. And this could go one of two ways. Most people just say to keep whatever I gave you, and they would, to consider that's their tip money, as their tip money, or they would ask for their change back and give them whatever they felt was right from that change as their tip. She didn't even do that. She just went from 0 to 100 and decided to just take it all because she felt that she was deserving of that. So after walking out of the restaurant, as you could see in the video, or as you see in the video, I decided to walk back in and record her, ask for her name, which again is Mel, and if you hear me repeat myself, it's because I didn't hear her the first time. I didn't, because you don't know many people named Mel. It's just a weird name. So I was like, after she said it the second or third time, I'm like, okay, name is Mel. Got it. She was her face was in her phone, texting away, and she had the nerve to say to me, basically people like, you shouldn't go out to eat then. Oh, I'm sorry, just because your service sucked, it's, I have to still, like, tip you and stuff? Heck no. I know with the older generation, they go by percentages, like, depending on how much you paid for your meal, that's how much you leave depending on how much your meal came to you, that's how much of a tip you leave for the person, your waiter, your waitress, waiter, whatever. But I go from a scale of 1 to 5, maybe even 10. But even a $1 bill seems like too much of an insult. So usually $2 to $3, 5, or even a 10 at a high, at the max. That's what I'll give as a tip. But she didn't get no tip because she tried to steal my money from me. Like a jerk. And then she gave me a thumbs up, which is like, okay, you're just making yourself look like more of a jerk than you really are, doing stupid stuff like that. Were you a teenager or something? But to have the nerve of an employee tell you as a customer you shouldn't go out to eat then, that's just so uncalled for. It's like, you're not entitled to a tip. Even if you were the best waitress and I thought your services were good, superb, it's my right as a customer to not tip you, whether it was good or bad. And obviously she was not deserving of a tip. And as I said in the video, as I say in the video, you're still getting paid at the end of the day. And I know a lot of waitresses, waiters, all that jazz, they highly depend on their tips. But here's the thing, I'm sure even before me, even after, I'm sure even before we came to the restaurant and after we left the restaurant, that week prior, that week after, I'm sure she got lots and lots of tips. And she's still getting paid. She's still getting her paycheck at the end of the day for being an employee at the Dough Roller. But as of now, I don't even know if she's still an employee there. I have no idea. And apparently she worked for another Dough Roller or some other restaurant and they let her go, and I could see why they have. And after calling up some of the other Dough Rollers for their opinion of this matter before calling them, because at the time I was going to call them, they opened up the latest and the other ones opened up earlier. I heard that they have quite the bad record for their pizzas in particular, I guess, and for their poor staff. So I called corporate and I got a check for $26.95 back to me. Because I shouldn't have to pay for poor service and food that makes you so sick that you have to spend half the night puking into your motel toilet the very night or, well, day you got there to enjoy yourself throughout the rest of the week. And even that was a pain in the rear end. 3 weeks. And that's kind of why I waited the 3 weeks. I was wanting to see if I got this check here. I was waiting because that's kind of the whole reason why I want to do this video. To show you that. To say that I finally got my check from my bad experience at the dough roller. And to show you all the other goodies that I guess, spent my money on. That's now not going to the dough roller. Ever again. And I will never step foot in another dough roller. Even the other ones up the boardwalk and off the boardwalk, I will take my refillable cups and I just keep them as a memento. You probably thought I was going to say throw them away. I'll hold on to them. But I won't ever give another dime to the dough roller. Ever again. And it's not just Mel. Or any of the other employees. Or with the food, you know, the pizza that made me nearly sick. Like it has, I guess you could say. Not sick to the point where I ended up going to the ER, but sick enough where I was sick like a dog. Let's see. So I called corporate. I told them about my situation. The lady said if I did use my card, she'd be able to avoid it. I didn't. I paid in cash. And with that being said, I had a feeling that nothing was going to come of it because it's cash, you know. I didn't even get a receipt, let alone. I mean, there's cameras, but are they really going to bother looking into that? No. Unless I went in there to steal a salt and pepper shaker, maybe. Because gosh forbid you do that. Ooh. So, a week after that, I had to literally wait because I guess the head honcho of the dough roller, these were just the secretaries I was talking to in the meantime, and they were very friendly. But the head honcho, the manager of not just that dough roller, but I guess of all the others, his name was Kevin. And I finally got to speak to Kevin at least a week or so after going on vacation, coming back from Maryland. And at first I thought he was very friendly, very professional, as a manager should be of the restaurant. And to never have to have this experience ever happen again. I wish to never speak with Kevin ever again either. Because he got very vocal with me. He didn't curse, but he did raise his voice with me. And I stayed calm, cool, and collective as I could. But then I started to raise my voice. Because he was raising his, and he kept talking over me. Telling me, giving me the whole song and dance. Throwing me through loops, saying, oh, that's how their pizza usually is. And do you want me to send you out like a gift card or a t-shirt or a hat? If you ever decide to come back, so I told him I was never coming back to the dough roller. And I wasn't just blowing smoke, just to get my money back or whatever. No, I mean it. You won't ever see me go back to the dough roller. Ever again. Even to use my refillable soda cups. Never again. Just keep them as a memento. Plus the lemonade they got at the boardwalk at the Golden Pallet. That's the good stuff. They will get my money. But not the dough roller. Anyway. So he kept trying to talk over me. Telling me he'd give me compensation in other ways. Because he knew it would be a lot cheaper than actually give me a full refund for what I paid at the restaurant. Little snake he was. Thought he was a snake. But I got what I asked for in the end. I guess he wasn't so much of a snake, but definitely wasn't happy. He did make good on it. But anyway, so he's trying to, he's telling me that, there's good days and there's bad days for the employees, which is true. Whether your neighbors are talking. Excuse me. Now, of any job, there's heartache, depending on, especially if you're a waiter, a waitress, a waiter, in the fast food industry. It's usually pretty rough from what I heard. I never done it. I wouldn't know from, personally, but I'd say it kind of sucks. And doing the same old thing every day and dealing with really irate customers and stuff, yeah, I'd say it sucks. Having to go in and out of a hot kitchen, burning yourself, stuff like that. But there was no excuse. I seen her true color. She was nice to all the other customers. So nice. She was back and forth at their tables like zippity doo dah. But with us, it seemed like she was very cold, and she took way too long to come back to us. And as I said, she took so long, I tried to go and pay for a checkup at the desk, front desk, but they weren't having it, and they had me sit back down like I was a kid being put in timeout to wait for her to come back to pay. So, so he kept telling me how could I make this right and stuff, even though he's trying to sell me on that their pizzas just, that's the way they are supposed to be. You can't help when the employees are having a hard time. And I said, that's true, but what I experienced wasn't fair at all. And I told him my story. I told him that she was nice to everyone else except for us for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Not a clue, but trying to send me out a gift card or a t-shirt or a hat when I told him literally I don't ever plan on coming back. And then I telling him about my video, and he's like, I can send you out the shirt so you can burn in the video if you want, if that's what will make you happy. It's like, wait, you think I'm some deranged lunatic? I mean, I didn't have any beef with him. Not even over the dough roller itself, just the employees of what we experienced as customers. Me and Jamie. So that would just be that would make me look like an angry idiot, you know? I said, no, I'm not going to do that. But I told him I'd be more than happy to send the video, so I did through my email. I sent him the video. And I had to download all these free, apps or whatever to downsize the video because the email I use doesn't support that yet. So I sent him that. And he wasn't even decent enough to message me back and say, thank you for the video. Your check will be in soon, or it should be sent to you within a week or so. And he never sent it. He never even messaged me back. Very unprofessional. And I could see maybe why his employees are unprofessional, because even the boss, the manager himself, is unprofessional. But the only good thing I have to say about him is that he kept to his word, and I did get my check. But it only took about 2 weeks, because the first week when I was out there, I was trying to get something straightened out, and he wasn't in. I guess he himself was also on vacation. So when he finally got back, I guess the secretary left him a note, and he actually called me. And this is only coming from Maryland. This check came from Maryland, which is about 4 hours away from me. And it's an envelope. It should have took no more than maybe 2 or 3 days, 5 at most. Took 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks. I think 2 weeks and 3 days maybe, just to get to me. But I finally got it. I finally got my check. And I will never be going back to the dough roller, ever again. I will continue to give my business and all my money to the Golden Palette, because they have some really delicious lemonade. And they always have a smile on their face. Dumpster ice cream. I always love their creamsicle swirl. Their soft serve with rainbow sprinkles. That's a good one. And to all the really very highly overpriced trinket shops, you know, the gift shops. That's where my money will be going, but it won't be going to the dough roller. And that's it. I got my check, so now I'm satisfied. Moving on. So, let me show you some of my overpriced, very, very overpriced trinkets. Well, not so much. Some of them I say are within reason, others not so much. So, hope you survived throughout that video. Hope you're not dead or anything, because the fun is yet to come. So, I'm going to start out with this. It's a blown glass seagull, little metal feet. So there was ones that had the feet, you know, standing up, and then there's the ones that were sitting down, but they didn't have any feet. They weren't fun enough. I wanted the one with the little feet. So Jamie went ahead and bought me this one with the feet. Not gonna buy her taken out of the box. I mean, that's the whole point of the video, but I really have nowhere else to put it right now. So I really want to take it out of the box, but there's a close-up photo of it. Once I upload all those other videos, you'll get a better look at it within the cabinets that they have in the gift shop. You know, they have a bunch of them. Besides just me showing you a photo of it on the front of this box. And then, what else we got here? Got some t-shirts. One for me, one for Jamie. And actually, one of them is actually, I can't decide quite yet, right now. Should it be a birthday or a Christmas gift? I don't even know. I didn't get him a whole lot this year. I don't care about him or anything, but just really wasn't a lot that I thought would catch his eye. So got him at least something that he can use besides just sitting up on a shelf and collecting dust. So here's my shirt. I thought this was pretty cool. It says Ocean City, Maryland, with a winky, smiley, daisy. Oh, and if you're wondering, the blown glass seagull, the little metal feeties, came to, what was it? I think it was $24.99. And my shirt came to $14.99, and his shirt that I'm about to show you came to $16.99 because it was a larger shirt. So yeah, this one, the Beetlebug, ain't that cool? Ain't that groovy? So out on the display shelves, they had this one, but I think it was on I think this print was like on a black shirt. Or was it like a purple shirt like that one? Like my shirt. I thought it would look really good in this, you know, this sky blue light color. Looks more, you know, hippie-like. So I got him that. That's it for him. The rest is all me. Let's see here. I'm actually trying to go in order as to what I got throughout the week. So first was Glass Seagull. Next was the shirts. After the shirts, actually around the same time I got the shirts, is this little guy. I wasn't leaving without one. Well, if I couldn't have a real one, at least I got this one. And he won't make a mess either. I got this little stuffed seagull guy. So soft and fuzzy, has a crinkle fry in his mouth. I paid $24.99 for him. One of these places was asking almost like $30 for him. They're insane. And he has a little shirt. Some of them had a print underneath their shirt, and some just have the shirt. So I got this one. It says Ocean City, Catch the Waves, 1873, Maryland. Is it overlook? What's wrong with my phone? Would it stop recording? I hope not. So we got that. And we got these, which were my favorite. Paid, what, $6.99 for each of these. Start off with this one. That rubber smell. Yeah, $6.99. We got this one. We got this one. And we got that one. Duckies. I love the duckies. They had all other sorts of colors and stuff. But of course, with me being a perfectionist, being really OCD, throughout the week I was constantly eyeing them up for, you know, a new shipment to see if they had any other colors or designs. And yeah, I love purple. We all know my favorite color is purple and all. But I decided to go with more like blues and greens and stuff to match, you know, colors of the beach, the sky, the sea, more unique looking ones. We have this green one with like the tie-dye, the sleepy eyes, and then we have this tie-dye black and white looking one with the blue eyes. And then we have this glittery one with some silver stars and little red specks of glitter with the winky face. And his beak is also like a... what do you call it? Like a spacey... he's like from outer space. So we have the sea, the sky, the night sky, and I don't know, the sky. But yeah, there's all different ones. And again, you'll be seeing that in the other video. Go with this one. I like how he had the blue eyes. It's almost like he has some sort of like toupee going on, some bangs. We got this guy, the winky face. And then after that, Jamie also got me this. Now, this wasn't from any of the gift shops in Maryland, but from one of the Spirit of Halloween shops in Maryland. Oh, probably already see it on the bag. Dude. And this cat was $21.99. It's a zombie cat. I love him so much. He has his tag on it. He's an overall look. He's like one of those zombie rats, but it's a cat. And I love him. Now, there was a cat that was arching, but it's just so plain looking. This guy, he has his ribs and all that showing, his hissy face. He has, besides being black, he has shades and hues of like pink and purple, soft brushed all over him. Add to the effect. So we got him. And then Jamie was very persistent on getting me my seagull. Oh wait, he already did the glass one. But he was very persistent in getting me this kind of seagull. Stuffed one. But I just didn't want him to, so here's what he got me instead. Because I don't need him to spend an arm and a leg on me. Just wouldn't feel right to me for him to do such a thing. I had him get me this. Here's my seagull. So I actually never really owned anything like really trinkety looking like this. Besides like toys and, well, yeah, I guess it's all considered like a toy. Plushes, rubber duckies, t-shirts, figures. Never really owned anything like really traditional trinkety like this. Something your grandma would have had sitting in her living room since like the 80s, 70s, something like that. And they had all sorts of colors in the bottles with the sand. They had pink, blue, purple, and green. And of course, they went purple because purple's my favorite color. And if I was a kid, I would have got this purposely just to, pull the cork out and pour all the sand out, colored sand. But yeah, it's my seagull. That's my little souvenir from Jamie. And this was $7.99. And then at the same shop, I got myself this. And he was going to get me this too. But I insisted that I would at least get myself this. Because it was a whopping 20 bucks. Well, $19.99. But if it was a penny more, it would have been 20. Got myself a Mr. Krabs. Look at this. It's Mr. Krabs. Now, there was a couple different crabs, and they were all behind glass, the main counter where you go to pay for your things. Probably because it's pretty fragile. It's a light, hollow plastic, like a blow mold in some way, so it would be easily broken. But this was the only one I liked out of the bunch. They were all just the plain red or the blue, like the blue crabs and all that. But I like the colors on this one. The yellow, the yellows, the orange, the red, the the dots, and then we have Ocean City on it. Some of them didn't even have that. They were just regular, run-of-the-mill generic crabs. Money, money, money. Now I see a sticker underneath this $19.99. He upcharged me. It was $14.99. But here's the thing, if I found that out then, he would have told me, oh, no, that's the new price. That was the old price, so it went up. So they were asking $14.99 for him, and I ended up paying $19.99. That's what it is, I guess, right? I guess that dough roller check has pretty much paid for some of this, right? You look at it that way. And last but not least, I actually forgot that he does have one more gift, which yet again, I don't know. Should I give him this for his birthday or for Christmas? I guess only time will tell. A little bit more fragile than the rest. Probably gonna have to rewrap it with something here before I go and store it away. Some written paper. There was a bunch of these. There was probably like 8 or 9. And of course, again, with being a perfectionist, and I am, and being very OCD, I went through each and every one of them very, very carefully. Some weren't very leveled right. Some had broken pieces. Some had too much hot glue. Some of the cards were bent. But I believe to say that this is the ultimate, the perfect one. The one that I don't believe to say anyone really messed with besides the other ones. And this came to a whopping $16.99. We got a bunch of clams playing poker with their Coca-Colas, and one of the clams actually has a card underneath the table. See? Has a card there. He's being a little bit of a cheat. So, here we have these clams playing poker here. Ain't that cool? And, yeah, that's about it. And my check. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you didn't fall asleep to all my ramblings, but that's the only way I can really explain this, because you weren't there with me, and I didn't have, you know, a secret hidden police cam on me. Or is it secret? No, they're pretty obvious of it, because that's what all the cops are nowadays, is little cam on their chest here, or whatever, to record the incident, to make sure that no foul play has gone on with, you know, within the interactions and so on. So, yeah, I could only tell you what I truly experienced. So, look forward to those other mailing videos of, you know, the rest of my enjoyment at the beach and so on. And I have actually some more stuff coming up as well. Not from the beach, but from the comfort of my own home. So, bye-bye for now. Also, I'm going to do a quick point of view so you get a better look at all this besides just from a distance. What am I at? 43 minutes and 4 seconds. I'm going to shut off the camera there, and we'll continue with a little bit of a point of view for all you guys. Alright? See you in a bit. If I could shut this off, it'd be a miracle. Hi everyone. So, here's your little point of view. We got the clams playing poker. Take a little grip here. So we got him. The camera could focus. This guy. This guy. Don't want to break it. We got that guy. And even down the deep blue sea, they drink Coke. And see, here's one of the cheaters down below. Slipping cards. For shame. Has those confident eyes, because he knows what he's up to. And then here's the price. $16.99. Then we got my duckies. Got the green one. In the camera, though, it looks blue for some reason. Got the green one. Got the black and white looking one. Has a little bit of an indent in the back of the head, but that's okay. And we got starry looking one, spacey one, the winky face. Love that smell. So yeah, we got the sleepy one, the one with the blue eyes. We got the winky face looking one. But yeah, I tried my best to pick the best one out without the dents, because some of them can't be popped out, and scrapage on the beak with the paint and stuff like that. The ones with the more cooler designs, all of them are kind of all different, unique in their own. And we got my souvenirs. But my camera does not want to focus. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Boy, it does not want to focus. Ha. Ooh. Haha. You get the idea. We got the crab chilling on the pillow there. Got my Spirit of Halloween zombie cat. Got my Maryland duck, I almost said for some reason. My Maryland seagull. Got this seagull. And the shirts. And that's about it. And my check from the dough roller. Don't worry, I was just imitating Mill with the change. She was trying to pocket away on me. But yes, as of now, I'm done, and I will see you in the next video.